Talk to us about where the money goes to work. How do you expand?
You know, that's fantastic that already a third is sold on the shoes running on clouds, because we know from our fan community that has now become truly global that 75% of our customers recommend to friends and family. So I hope that is happening at your desk as well. And for us, this has been a very exciting day, because we started out with our community, true to our nature, to run from Battery Park around some corners and then ending up here at the New York Stock Exchange with 100 people running to the IPO. And of course, as a brand born out of Switzerland and now becoming one of the fastest growing global sports brand, we reinvest what we kind of get in this IPO into innovation, but also in sustainability and into expansion into our global markets.
All right, David, let's talk about, I guess, the nuts and bolts here of how you run the business going forward. We've heard from other sports apparel makers, including Nike, Adidas, and a few others, about some of the supply chain issues. Obviously, a lot of the production that those companies do is in Asia, particularly Vietnam, and we've seen shutdowns because of COVID. We've also seen huge log jams in U.S. Shipping ports that have prevented customers from getting their hands on the products they want. How are you going to navigate that, particularly as we head into a key selling season, at least here in the United States?
Yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, kind of how do we get shoes to our fans, to consumers, has been a challenge and a headwind for the whole industry over the last 20 months. And we've been fortunate that kind of we could serve this real running boom. Running is really on fire, and navigate this in a good way over the last 2 years. And now also with this headwind, we're confident that we can ship products in time so that people can run, explore nature over the holidays as well.
But anyone knows that it is a deeply competitive business. You wake up and on any given day you could have half a dozen to a dozen shoe companies with big money behind them. What is the plan to stand out, to differentiate?
You know, we founded On 11 years ago in the Swiss Alps with one very clear goal: to reinvent the sensation of running. And people who have tried our shoes are basically telling us that it feels like running on clouds. So yes, it's innovation technology, but it's also a unique design to kind of complete the user experience. And then it's a deep commitment to sustainability and impact as well. And so based on that, we just kind of resonate with global consumers. We're resonating now with consumers in over 60 countries, being a truly global brand.
Have you in any way seen different geographies seeing demand pick up or lack thereof due to Delta variants, due to impact in terms of stimulus? What are you seeing in terms of the global economic story through your business at the moment, David?
You know, that of course changed during the pandemic, depending on we were in different countries. And so given that we're operating in more than 60 countries, kind of that also balanced each other out in the different regions. So for example, Asia, China opened already again, while kind of Europe and also the US went into lockdowns. For us, it's important that we're very much a multi-channel brand, so we serve customers where they are. So while some of our 8,100 retailers were closed, we could serve consumers out of our direct-to-consumer business on our website as well, and at the same time supporting our retailers again when they opened again after a lockdown. So I think we have a very stable business model to serve our community in the future as well.
How are you thinking about sustainability when it comes to running shoes?
You know, I mean, we're a brand from Switzerland, so we've grown up in nature. It's our playground, it's our home. So that's been a very strong commitment for On from the beginning. We have committed to very ambitious targets with science-based targets, and we're having a great track to achieving that. So by 2024, we're going to be 100% recycled polyesters and polyamides, and also fully organic cotton. But what we did, we feel materials are an important part of that, but then it's also about reinventing business models to really close the back loop. So we launched Cyclone, which is a 100% recyclable shoe. And actually, Caroline Taylor Romaine, you're never going to own it because it's a subscription model. So at the end of the lifetime of that shoe, you have to give it back to us because we can grind it down and create new products out of it. So our goal is to really work towards a circular world and a circular business model.
Wow. David, we're actually talking to a few CEOs in the last couple of days about how talking about sustainability, focusing on basically being a better company, an impactful company, can help with the labor side of the issue at the moment. Many people struggling to hire the right talent because, well, there's a lack thereof. Everyone wants the same sort of people. Are you finding any labor frictions at the moment? What are you doing? Is there any hindrance to the expansion plans that you have?
No, we have a strong mission to ignite the human spirit through movement, because we feel if you go out running, hiking, just moving, it's not just something that happens to your body, but it's something is happening to your mind as well, kind of getting new ideas, more energy. And so what we're very about kind of is fueling that explorer spirit, and that has very much shaped our culture, this big mission, and so it resonates a lot as well with people who come to On. So we've been able consistently to attract exceptional people. Actually, we're getting 40,000 applications per year, and we can only hire 1%.